name is Lauren Rainey, and I had Chapter 4, which was over the new literacies in English learners. The book gave 3 conditions for effective learning for English learners. The first was that teachers should engage in the students' prior understandings. When teachers connect prior learning and knowledge with real-world problems, they can develop students' prior knowledge using everyday objects or technology with a learning-related academic literacy. Students construct new knowledge on a foundation of existing understandings and experiences. So students are encouraged to engage their prior knowledge, including varying languages and cultural understandings. The second condition for effective learning is that teachers integrate factual knowledge with conceptual frameworks. So teachers should provide varied opportunities to gain a deeper understanding of the content. Deep learning occurs when students transfer knowledge and skills from one language or context to another. The last condition for effective learning is that students take active control over their learning process. This is done by first defining learning goals. So this can link to principles for technology to integrate, where students are provided an opportunity to monitor their learning and responding in online environments. Then the students can utilize progress charts or graphic organizers to establish learning tasks and outcomes. So students are provided an opportunity to gather information and encouraged to reflect on their own learning process with peers, teachers, and others. Then students can participate in the design of assessment and using tools to mark progress and achievements. This can be done via the use of various educational games, online quizzes, and e-folios. This can provide students with immediate feedback on their progress. Students can also create portfolios to demonstrate how their goals were achieved. So what are the new literacies for the 21st century technologies? There were a few definitions in the book, but there were 4 common characteristics. And the 4 common characteristics that I saw were that new skills, strategies, dispositions, and social practices are required by new technologies for information and communication. New literacies are central to full participation in a global community. New literacies regularly change as their defining technologies change. And also, new literacies are multifaceted and benefit from multiple points of view. So, how may Web 1.0 and 2.0 be used for academic learning? Web 1.0 is the technology that permits us to access and read information on the internet. So this is mostly can be used with individual or group projects, scavenger hunts, and web quests. And what web quests are teacher-developed, inquiry-oriented lessons that require students to study and follow certain lesson guidelines using the internet. Web 2.0 is the technology that permits interaction and collaboration on websites. Web 2.0 can be used by blogs, wikis, podcasts, and videos. Web 2.0 is a great platform for ELs because when they collaborate on tasks, they are afforded opportunities for social interaction and language use that promotes language and content learning as well as social development. So how can teachers use technology to differentiate instruction for English learners? So the first thing that I felt was that English learners can use language translators to facilitate comprehension of more complex online texts. Also, hyperlinks offer individualized on-the-spot scaffolds to comprehension, facilitating both language development and content learning. Using hyperlinks effectively challenges students to monitor their comprehension actively as they read. Also, pictures or visuals can be used when researching a topic on the internet. Students can benefit from websites that provide pictures, graphs, and other nonverbal cues to add meaning to what the students are researching. And then the last thing that we're going to talk about is safe internet practices. So there are a few things that you should do before you put your your students on the internet, and that is know your district or school guidelines for internet use. Let school leaders know what you're doing with Web 1.0 and Web 2.0 tools. Get parent approval for your activities. Learn about the safest sites before use. Discuss with students what they may or may not post online. And post rules in English and in students' other languages.